Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to my final farming video before the fall game. Now the fall game is going to have more intrinsic ways of earning legendaries. It's going to be very natural. You don't have to do as much farming. So this will probably be the last big time I do something like this. So if you've watched any of my other 100 times killing of captains or 1 hour runs of specific missions or specific chest runs and you like this kind of thing, please hit the like button on this video. Leave me a comment, tell me what you think of these styles of videos because it helps my channel out immensely. And today we looked at 1000 runs of the Vanguard captain. So if that doesn't deserve a like, I don't know what does anymore in this YouTube world. You can also follow me on Twitter, link is in the video description. You can send me messages about Outriders. I have my DMs open for anybody, so if you want to have a private chat we can, and also tweet out pictures of my dog, so make sure you come and follow me over there. So the original time I did this and this time had to be the same because I wanted to see if what I got from the first 100 runs translated upwards to 1000 runs, if it was a similar kind of experience throughout all 1000 kills. And it's quite interesting, the results. So what I did was kill the Vanguard captain, die, kill the Vanguard captain, die. I didn't kill any of the other riflemen because I feel like the kind of having to add up all the stats and everything would be too much. So I've just gone for pure Vanguard captain kills. Whatever the Vanguard captain drops counts, and that's that. In the original 100 runs, I had 50 blues, 108 greens, and that equated to 1442 shards and 1 legendary, which I believe was the Voodoo Matchmaker if I remember rightly, but don't quote me on that. So getting 50 blues means that once every 2 runs I got a blue, so you know it was a fairly decent farm. Now I do want to say, and I've said this in other videos, it's completely RNG, so if you ran 100 runs of this captain, you won't get the same amount of blues or greens or legendaries that I had. You may get 2 legendaries, you may not get none at all. Interesting thing for me though is that it is very similar when you get to 1000 kills. So for 1000 kills, the blues that I got was 521 blues. Now obviously 100 runs and 1000 runs is 10 times as much, so you would expect somewhat similarly when it comes to what you get as loot. So 50 blues to 521 blues is the same kind of improvement. So it's very, very strange that I got pretty much similar versions of results when you scale it up to 1000. And then for the greens I had 108 greens, and similarly again 1008 greens. Now that isn't exactly 10 times as much, but it's just ironic that it was a very similar looking number and just added an extra 0 in between them. But it's about 70 less greens than what I got in the first one if you translate it up, if that makes sense. And if you look at the shards, in the original one I got 1442 shards from dismantling everything, and in the 1000 I had 13,761. so you can see there's quite a disparity there in the numbers. It's not exactly 10 times as much, it's actually quite a lot less, and that's I think from the greens being a lot less when you scale it up to 1000 runs. So shards, you know, I mean, you're still getting nearly 14,000 shards. It's ridiculous amounts of shards to have on a character. So if you look at the blues, the greens and the shards, they have quite a good translation from 100 kills up to 1000 kills. You know, it's very similar, very close, and you look at, you know, nearly 10 times the amount of loot as the original 100. Now, does that stand for legendaries? That is the most important question. So in the first 100 I got 1 legendary, like I said. So theoretically you should get around about 10 legendaries if we look at it in terms of just a 1-for-1 translation. If you're lucky, maybe a couple of extra legendaries, and if you're unlucky, maybe 9 legendaries. I got 7 legendaries, so I think it goes to prove that legendaries are stupidly rare, and if you're getting them you're really lucky, because everything else, the blues, the greens and the shards, kind of had a similar translation from 100 kills to 1000 kills. You know, it was very, very, very close to 10 times the amounts of the original kills. But legendaries, I only got 7, and in the original 100 I got 1. So you can see that legendaries have quite a different kind of rate of drop in comparison to everything else, and it was really interesting to me. I just thought it was pretty cool. The legendaries I got were, I don't think there was a duplicate in the 7 that I got for, well, in the extra 6 that I got for the 1000 kills. I think all of them were individual ones, if I remember right. You'll be seeing them on screen anyway. But I had a lot of fun doing this because, as you'll probably find out in another video, I am autistic. I'm going to be making a video about this game and tied to autism. It's probably might already be up on the channel, who knows. The repetitiveness of a game and doing things over and over and over again is very, very, very important for someone who is autistic. You know, the repetitive nature of something is just encoded into, I won't say our DNA because I don't speak for everybody who's autistic, but a lot of autistic people like repetitive things that they know and they trust and can just do over and over again, and that helps regulate emotions. It can calm you down, it can keep you mentally healthy, and this game has it in absolute spades. So I had a lot of fun doing this over the couple of days that I did it. I really hope that there's a way to do this at endgame without just playing the normal things. Like, I want to be able to keep doing this over and over again and make some badass videos on them as well. If this is the last time I ever do something like this, I want to thank you all for watching my videos about these types of farms. You know, it's incredibly fun to put together and look at, you know, what kind of happens in different areas for me when I was playing. And you know, hopefully you enjoyed them and hopefully you keep enjoying my content. So if you're new around here, subscribe to the channel. There'll be way more Outriders content coming out. Hit the little notification bell. It's very important because sometimes YouTube doesn't send out videos to sub boxes, but you will get notifications saying when they're live. That's better English than what I was using. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. I forgot what I said. Follow me on Twitter, link is in the video description. Thank you for watching. I've been easynow. You guys have been awesome.